Why are you hitting your mom? I mean, don't do this thing where we're shaking our head, we're trying to consider, because what I just read is you punch your mom in the mouth and it says that she was bleeding. As you know, I'm from the old school of parenting. That most definitely would not have been allowed. And all of this because you wanted her to drive you to the store and she said no. Walk.
Judge Boyd absolutely obliterates this smug man who had the audacity to punch his own mother. The arrogance on this guy is unreal. He actually smiles and laughs in the judge's face, showing zero remorse the entire time. This video is something else. Let me know what you think about this case in the comments. Now let's dive in and watch Judge Boyd shut this clown all the way down.
And are you Mr. Ronnie Simmons? Mr. Simmons, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places? Did you understand what you're charged with is assault, family, second offense, that's a third-degree felony? The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Counsel, has the client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, sir.
Showing you the plea bargain page, did you review that case? I'm sorry, did you review that page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is recommending deferred adjudication. And Mr. Simmons, did you understand that to be the entirety of your plea bargain agreement?
Yes.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, sir.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
It is.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. State is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 5 years. There be a TAP evaluation, no contact with Cheryl Simmons, no harmful or injurious contact with Ronald Simmons, and of course, there's an affirmative finding of family violence. I know that you all have put affirmative finding of family violence below the line, but if if I deem that this is a family violence case, there will be an affirmative finding of family violence. Does everyone understand?
Yes.
All right, other than that, did everyone understand that I don't have to follow the recommendations from the state? Did you understand?
Yes.
All right, then to the offenses charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Okay.
State any evidence?
The state offers states exhibit 1 and all attachments, Your Honor. No objections, Judge.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, I review on states exhibits 1 and attachments. The court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
All right, so first question I have, Ronald Simmons. Is Ronald Simmons married to your mom and do they live together or no?
Father, actually, Judge.
Okay.
I think your surface will reject it.
So they live together. How old are you? You're 32 years old. And is this complaint in this case your biological mother?
Yes.
Why are you hitting your mom? I mean, don't do this thing where we're shaking our head, we're trying to consider, because what I just read is you punch your mom in the mouth. We only get one mother. And it says that she was bleeding. I mean, if you want a jury trial, I'm here. Anybody who wants a jury trial is more than welcome to have it. But it appears that you have some anger issues because this is a family violence second. This is not a first. How old is your mother?
46.
When's her birthday?
May 30.
You sound very unsure. All right. So why are you hitting on your mom? All right.
32 years old and still living with your mom. That's one thing. But hitting your own mother? That's beyond insane. Honestly, there should be an entirely separate set of laws for people who abuse their own family, especially their moms. That kind of behavior doesn't just cross a line. It shatters the very foundation of trust and respect. What's the point of even being around your mother if all you bring is pain and violence? This guy seriously needs to grow up. And more importantly, he needs to stop running from what he did. Owning up is the only way forward. Anything less is pure cowardice.
And at your age, even if you were younger, If your parent doesn't want to drive you somewhere, they don't have to. That's what via buses are for. That's what getting a job and getting your own car for. When this happened, were you living at that home?
No.
So you're coming over starting problems. And this previous assault family violence case, who was the complainant in that case? On March 25th, 2022, you were convicted of assault, bodily injury, family household, and cause number 669877. Who were you on probation for out of that cause number? What is their relationship? Can somebody look that up for me? Cause number 669877. It's a county court cause number, and see who the complainant was.
Cheryl Simmons.
Cheryl Simmons.
Yes.
So, the same person. What is your issue with your mom? I don't understand people who hit their mothers and their parents. As you know, I'm from the old school of parenting. That most definitely would not been allowed. And there are many things that I cannot say, but I don't know if, well, I do know. If I would have hit my mom, well, let's just say I would not be here as judge now. But people would probably be saying, oh, we remember Stephanie. She was such a nice little girl. So why are you hitting on your mom? And this is not the first time. There has to be a reason for it. Why do you think it's okay to hit your mother?
I mean, I could sit here and say I didn't, but I mean, I said no context, so.
Well, no, I mean, you've done it before in the past. So I'm trying to figure out, why are you hitting on your mom? Why do you think that's okay? Oh, you want a jury trial?
No,
Mhm.
I'm just answering the question.
Well, we have two cases with you involving your mom. So you're saying on both occasions, you never put your hands on her. And the fact that they're saying that she's bleeding from the lip, that's just, I don't know, something she did to herself. All right. And it says here you hit her with a closed fist, splitting her upper lip, causing it to bleed and swell.
This guy needs to be locked up for a long time. Not only did he hit his mom, but this is the second time he's done it. And with a closed fist, no less. I mean, I'm not even going to pretend there's any defense for that, because there isn't. Now, if he had walked into that courtroom with genuine remorse, taken responsibility, and offered a real apology, maybe, that would have made a difference. But instead, he sits there, smirking, acting like his own mother somehow deserved it. All because she didn't want to take him to the grocery store? That kind of smug, entitled attitude just makes everything worse. And honestly, it's hard to see any path forward for him with a mindset like that. What do you think? Does this guy deserve even an ounce of mercy? Or is this a hard pass all the way? Let me know in the comments.
It says suspect grabbed victim's left upper arm with his left hand, holding her in place, and then punched her in the mouth with closed fist. And all of this because you wanted her to drive you to the store, and she said, no, walk. I don't know what people, in this day and age, people act like children can't ride the school bus. They got to have a nice car. People can't walk to where they need to go because it's embarrassing, or get on the via bus because it's embarrassing. If you don't have a car, can't afford a car, get a car, you walk. All right. Are you employed? Would that be at Babies?
Yeah, thanks.
Are those burgers better than Chris Madrid's?
Mhm.
I'll see. You both, if you work there, you're supposed to say most definitely, but
Chris Madrid's hard to beat, Judge. He's trying to be honest. He's under oath. He's trying to be honest.
okay. All right. Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
7.
And who does your child live with?
Smug.
Do you see your child?
So
Do you pay child support?
yes.
All right, and I ask these questions because part of your conditions on probation, which sometimes people don't read all of the conditions, even though probation, I know, goes all of the conditions with you. Part of the conditions of probation automatically is supporting your dependents. All right. All right, 6 years deferred adjudication. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. No unsupervised contact with minors. No contact with Cheryl Ann Simmons, and that's with 1M. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. I'm going to want regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular UAs. I'm going to want field visits 2 times per month until further notice. The BIPP course, anger management. Probation, is there anything else he needs?
Did you mention community service hours?
Let me do that. There's to be no harmful or injurious contact with Ronald Simmons. 200 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. Court is not requiring you to get that, but if you do, 40 of those hours will be waived. Parenting classes with triple P. Anything else you need from the court in order to be successful? I'm sorry. Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it? Because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. And because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Good luck to you. You only get one mom in this world. And you know what? The way you're treating your mom, you're asking for your son to behave in that same manner. And your son may end up going before a judge because they're looking to you and you're educating them on how to solve problems. And this is not the way you do it. You understand? From here on out, everything you do, you need to ask yourself a question before you make a decision. Is this something that could potentially result in me going to prison for 10 years? And if the answer to that question is maybe, I don't know, you shouldn't.
6 years of deferred adjudication? That's basically a slap on the wrist for something this serious. Watching this guy sit there grinning like it's all a joke, with absolutely no remorse, it's hard to believe he'll ever change. That smug smile? Creepy. And honestly, it spoke louder than any words. I don't think he learned a thing. In fact, I'd bet good money we'll see him back in court sooner than later, probably for the same kind of nonsense. This sentence just felt way too soft, in my opinion. 6 years might sound like a lot, but to him, it clearly means nothing. What do you think? Did Judge Boyd go too easy on him? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm really curious to hear what you guys have to say. All right, that's going to do it for today. If you're into these kinds of courtroom reactions, don't forget to like and subscribe. I've got more coming your way daily. Appreciate you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.